Ladies and gentlemen, this book right here is one of the only books a man will ever have to read to master oneself. It is called Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, and it is written by the most powerful and most influential person in Roman Empire, the Emperor Marcus Aurelius himself. And in this book, there are countless Stoic principles that I could think of, but for today, I chose only 5 to share with you. So please just park that word countless in your mind for now, and let's focus on, ladies and gentlemen, the only 5 most important Stoic principles that every teenager must know. Principle number 1 that every teenager must know is that people suck. And it's very interesting how Marcus starts his meditations with the passage that actually explains this first principle. He says, in the morning when you wake up, tell yourself, today I will meet meddling, dishonest, ungrateful, and jealous people. And they are like this because they do not know how to separate good from evil. And he says the nature of a wrongdoer is related to mine, nearly the same, not because of the seed we're born from, but from the mind that we are sharing. And the thing is that you have to be cooperative no matter how people treat you. You have to treat people kindly no matter how they treat you. So actually many times when people hurt me or are not acting the right way, not behaving the right way towards me, I'm actually feeling sorry for them because they're ignorant, because they don't know any better, because they've been raised in that way. They've been raised in certain background. They've been raised to behave a certain way. Some people might argue that in these teenage years when you're actually maturing, that people actually know what they're doing to you. Yes, absolutely, people may be doing the wrong things and they actually be conscious of it, but they don't care. That's the thing. They do not understand that it's super evil. So people being rude towards you isn't an excuse for you to be rude towards them. Still treat people with kindness. Now that doesn't mean that you should be very easy on them. I'm saying just that act according to the virtue towards people that even hurt you. And God said in the Bible, love your enemies. So love your enemies just like you do love your brother. Principle number 2 that every teenager must know is to stop expecting the third thing. Now the first thing is that you helped somebody. The second thing is that somebody benefited from it. And now the third thing, what are you exactly searching for? What are you looking for? Are you looking for praise? Are you looking for people to be thankful? Are you looking for gratefulness? Listen, young man, if you really want to master yourself in the right way, then you are not supposed to be letting external things define your happiness, define your level of happiness, because the soul cannot be touched from the external world. It's actually that the soul is waking up exactly because of your perception of the situation. You perceive a lot of things, like the most of the things in your life, as bad, while they're nor good nor bad. They just actually are. There's no good nor bad. You give things perspective, you give things weight. That's why most things emotionally weigh on us. That's why we feel emotional burden on most of the things. And even on the things you care about, your success, your future, your relationship with a certain person, you are still meant to stay calm in the situations when you actually do emotionally care about some things. There's always the first type of people in this world that actually record the debts immediately as they help other people. There is also other type of people that don't record debts as fast as the first type of people does. But in their subconscious mind, they still consider and see people as debtors. There is also another type of people, third type of people, that don't actually know the good they are doing in this world. They do not even see people as debtors. They do it altruistically. Altruistically means that you do things for other people and you are not expecting anything in return. So please, young men, stop searching for things in return. This is a good example. This YouTube channel is a very good example of altruistically giving to people, because I am not expecting anything in return. I'm not expecting you to pay these videos. I'm not expecting you to pay for the course. I don't even have a course. I'm trying to share things for free here because I do not care about money only. I am here to improve my skills and for you to learn something from what I'm doing, which means I'm teaching you these certain principles and Stoic topics. You know, in this world there is actually a lot of examples in the nature that insects and animals are doing their job without expecting anything in return. The same as the bee makes honey, so do you treat people kindly as a sense of your duty. Epictetus actually says that when you are living according to the virtue and reason, it is its own reward. If you then also expect other people to clap for you or to thank you for things that you've done for them or for this world, you are putting your happiness in the hands of something external, of people's opinions, and that is not good, because you're never going to achieve such peace. In that way, you are just betraying your own philosophy. Now, the principle number 3 that every teenager must know is focus on what you can control. It is very interesting how people today get very aggressive and mad and burst out emotionally on the things that they, quite frankly, can't even control. It's raining outside and somebody's bursting out emotionally because it's raining, because now they cannot go to school in certain shoes. A lot, in fact, most of the things in this world are not within our control, are not up to us. The weather is not up to us. Other people's opinions are not up to us. Even most of the events that happen externally are not up to us. Whether the airplane may crash right now in my house, I have no control over it. I am not the pilot, you know. And sometimes you cannot even control the outcome of your efforts, because you can be putting a lot of effort into the exam that you're taking on Friday, but teacher had different plans and they just don't like you and they will grade your test different way. I mean, if you look at it that way, you get pissed off, right? But the thing is that you don't control those things. So why even be bothered by it? If it's raining, just let it rain. You don't control it, man. Just let it be. You know, it is what it is. Control how you respond instead. If it's a long queue in the bakery in the break of your school, just don't panic. Don't be anxious about how long is it gonna take. Stop looking at your watch. Just relax and understand that it's none of your business to be caring about things that you don't control. You have two options when you're waiting within the queue. You can either burst out emotionally and keep looking at your watch and be mad because the queue is very long and you're not going to be able to get on time in the school, or you can just go somewhere else to eat. And that's it. You control only how you respond to things. Now, the principle number 4 that every teenager must know is that you always have the opportunity to have no opinion. If someone gossips, if someone talks about things that don't really concern you or the things that you're not really educated on, you're not really into that topic, just say, I do not have an opinion. Even if people try to drag the opinion out of you, don't let them disturb your inner peace. There was many times in my life that someone has sent me a video on TikTok or on Instagram, and I didn't really get the point of the video, or I just didn't agree with the message of the people that made the video. And I just said, I have no opinion because I don't want it to disturb my inner peace and I just don't want it to bother me. It's none of my business. I don't know, I am not educated on it. I will not judge a book by its cover. I just isolate myself from the noise. I want you to stop forming opinions from people that you've never even met just because somebody gossiped about them. When somebody gossips, you just say, I have no opinion. You stop forming the opinion. When somebody said something about the person that you've never met, they said something bad about them, why would you form an opinion when you've never actually met the person? Why would you judge the person just by one single sentence, just by one single gossip from the other person? Young man, respectfully, but it's none of your business. It is not necessary. It is not necessary to comment on certain things because they disturb your inner peace. Let them go. Let them be as they are. Let other people talk about it. Let other people's inner peace be disturbed by it. You isolate yourself from it. And there was also many times that I had a controversial opinion about things, and somebody asked me for an opinion about a certain topic, and I had a very controversial opinion, and I knew that it's going to hurt them or is going to sound very rude and not many people are going to agree with it, and I just shut up and don't talk. And instead, if I thought that that controversial opinion was actually bad, I went at home and I fixed it with myself. Remember that your words are your reputation when you are so young. Your reputation is everything you have as a young man, and your words can also be used against you. So please act according to the virtue. Now, very last, 5th principle that every teenager must know is memento mori. In English, that translates to remember that you will die. I believe that Charlie Kirk has proven to us that no matter how much money you have, no matter how big your influence is, no matter how many fans you have, you can be as easily unalived as Charlie was. You are still as vulnerable as every other human being. So what I'm trying to say is that every moment that you have, use it, experience it, feel it, treat it like it is your last. Now, of course, many times in the day I don't get to remind myself that memento mori phrase, but it's just the understanding of that you are not here forever and that you are meant to make the most of this life. So the main thing is that you still haven't forgiven your mom for that argument that you had with her. You still haven't forgiven other people for some things that they've done to you. You still haven't treated people as kindly as possible. You still did not bring up your lies to the minimum. Young man, listen to me. While you're still here, while you still can, be great, be good, do good deeds. Now, because of all of this memento mori thing, I don't want you to fear death. What I don't want you to do is to fear death. And to even fear death is to go against your own nature. Your corpse composes with the time, and it's actually a part of nature for you to die. It is a normal food chain cycle, because insects and worms, all of they do their job when you are dead. And there is also a passage in Meditations that says, just as the ripe olive falls, blessing the tree that bore it, and grateful to the earth that nourished it, so too should a person accept death, calmly, naturally, and with gratitude, without resentment. You have to understand that death is like a ripening. It's a part of the nature. There is no resentment in olive's fall, because it is a completion of its own purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, we can talk back and forth about how life is short and how little time we have on this earth, but the only death is wasting this very moment right now. Therefore, the only way that you can live life righteously is by applying these 5 principles. And I can guarantee you that if you start implementing these 5 Stoic principles in your life from tomorrow, I can guarantee you that it will stick for the rest of your life as you grow older. Me, nearly as an 18-year-old young man, I still do not have a massive success, but it definitely comes with the time, and patience is a virtue. Great things take time. Young man, I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you in the next one.
The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. Today, I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside.